It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 of the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
The Richmond Raceway plays host to the 9th race of the 3rd season of the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series. This is the Capital One 400. 42 cars going to take on this 3/4 mile racetrack for 80 laps. It's going to be a fun one here under the lights at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Good evening, folks, down here on Pit Road waiting for the pace lap to commence. I'm here with Zachary Fitzwater, who joined me for qualifying, going to join me for the race. Fitzy, welcome up to the booth, my man.
Thanks very much. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we did have a while there where we just didn't have anyone in the booth. That changed at Daytona, of course, obviously, but then went a little bit there without having anyone in the booth again, and now that's changing. So good to have you up here. What kind of things can we expect here at Richmond? I mean, we just had a fantastic qualifying session. It put Declan Wellington Turner on the pole position on the outside of Benny Watson, and they'll be the ones leading us to the green flag. Do you think one of those two could be the favorites for the race victory coming into this race tonight?
Well, like we said last week, Benny Watson out of nowhere stole the win from one of my cars, with Mr. Collins. I won't be surprised he pulls off 2 for 2, but I mean, Sawmaking started front row win, started pull the first challenge. I mean, anybody, like literally anybody, can win at this racetrack.
Absolutely, it's going to be interesting to see what happens coming into this race. Points leader Samet Ozgen, 244 points towards the championship, and a gap of 3 over who was the points leader before Martinsville, Sophia Fragniti. Eric Monaco, 17 behind. Will Parrish, 23 behind. Benny Watson, 24 behind. Trey Smith, 28 behind. Darren Arnsdorf, 31 behind. Brad Stover, 40 behind. Nathan Stapleton, 43 behind. And Alexander Rowe caps off the top 10, 44 points behind Samet Ozgen. And we are about set to get this pace lap going here. Declan Wellington Turner on the pole position alongside Daytona 500 winner and defending winner Benny Watson. In row 2, we find Jacob Thibodeau with a 33 alongside Nathan Stapleton. In row 3, we find defending Cabela's Cup Series champion Kanan Biller alongside the 52 of Josiah Robinson. In row 4, it's Brad Stover, the 48, and Ethan Lewis in the 51. And rounding out the top 10, Ben Grorich and the 26 of Roberto Crown Jr. Fitzy, who do you have for a pick to win this race?
Well, I'm going to pick the 95.
He's going to pick Kanan Biller. We are just about set to get this race started. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag is in the air. We are racing at the Richmond Raceway.
Boy, Benny Watson did not get out to a great start. And the 33 is likely about ready to take the lead. Oh my goodness, here we go. 3 wide shenanigans happening again.
Andrew Miller stuck there in between Daisy Johnson and Darren Arnsdorf. Christian Vargas working his way up the middle there in between Daisy Johnson and Chase Buck. And they are going to survive now, but up front, Jacob Thibodeau takes the lead away from Declan Wellington Turner. He leads lap number 1 of the Capital One 400. Turner back to second, side by side for third. Give it to Brad Stover for the time being, going on the inside of the defending champion. Benny Watson looking down low on the 95 of Kanan Biller. And side by side for sixth as well. Give it to Trey Wright, working his way up in behind his fellow NOFSRL moderator there.
Well, it is some great racing, not like from last year, but early on. But yeah, 53 is being pounding the 95. Ooh, that was close.
They're not doing 3 and 4 wide like they were at the start of last year's race. It's a bit cleaner now, but it's not going to subtract from the action we are going to see tonight. It's going to be hot and heavy all night long here at Richmond Raceway. Already on to lap number 5 here in the Capital One 400. Let's take a look at the fastest lap times right now. No surprise, Trey Wright is the fastest car on track right now. You see the way he's slinging by everyone. Already up to the 4th position there. That Arctic Racing number 90, a fastest lap of a 20.717. And having a fantastic night so far. For the race lead, Declan Wellington Turner going to come back on the inside of Jacob Thibodeau there. They're going to be side by side going down the back straightaway. Brad Stover looking to make it a 3-way battle there in that 48. He's going to get down low to the 33. And Declan Wellington Turner will take the lead away.
Well, the Turner made that pass work, but the 90 of Troy Roy, I'm telling you, he's coming. He has the fastest lap. He just got around the 33 for third.
And Jacob Thibodeau slipping back there on that outside. Darian Arnsdorf in that 14 coming up down on the inside there. Could he take that 4th position away from the 33 of Thibodeau? He might, coming out of turn number 2. Looks like he's going to. But Thibodeau Motorsports, Declan Wellington Turner up front leading this thing ahead of Buck Racing, Brad Stover, Arctic Racing's Trey Wright, All-Star Speed Team owner-driver Darren Arnsdorf, 5th place owner-driver for Thibodeau Motorsports, Jacob Thibodeau, Team Ninja Rapids, Kanan Biller, Team Velocistars, Benny Watson, Eric Monaco for Dracoan Racing Enterprises, Nathan Stapleton for NS Racing, and Ben Grorich, team owner-driver for Team Ninja Rapids, rounds out the top 10 here at Richmond with 70 laps to go. This time by, we're already an 1/8 of a way done here at Richmond.
Well, I tell you what, Brad Stover got a run off 4. He might try to take the lead. Nope. Oh, he's going to get pushed up to the high side. Nope.
Yes, he is. Good call there, Fitzy. Trey Wright's getting down low on the 48, and they're going to be side by side into turn 3. Trey Wright's going to make it look easy down there.
But Trey Wright's got a big run, too. He might try and grab the lead as well in the process.
He could have a very good shot of doing it. Meanwhile, points leader coming into this race, Salmon Osgen, 42nd on track right now. So not a good start at all for the points leader. But a 2nd place points woman right there, Sophia Fragnini, not faring very much better, but looking to do the minimum possible to potentially take the points lead back. As for the race lead, Trey Wright down to the inside of Declan Wellington Turner. Trey Wright to the lead here at the Richmond Fairgrounds.
Boy, that 90 is so fast. The 48 just made the move to 2nd as well.
Brad Stover into the 2nd position. In behind that, his fellow Ford Mustang compatriot with Trey Wright there. Ford, Chevy. That is the top 5 right now. They go Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. The top 10. Eric Monaco coming in 3rd in points. Right now, I believe he would take the points lead with how the 38 and the 83 are doing right now. Way deep in the field. So I believe Eric Monaco, if things stay the way they are right now, he would actually come out of this with the points lead. So having a very solid night in that 10th position. 2.62 seconds off the pace. Of course, could see one pit cycle later on in this race. I'd say around the late 40s to the early 50s. Maybe even stretch it off into the 60s. I don't know. But the Scots National race had no pit stops, being only a 50-lap race. I thought there may have been at least one pit stop, but they ended up making it to the end, whether it was due to being able to coast under that one caution they had or not. But they didn't have to pit. I think these guys will have to pit here for sure.
They have to. At least could be one stop, unless some bizarre yell happens. We don't know for sure, but yeah, pretty much that. Straight right pulling out of the big lane now on Stover and the 09 of Turner.
You know, I think they've started to use up their stuff. They've been going at it for so hard for so long now. They just need to cruise around and wait for the pit cycles to happen. Sebastian Kukulon, want to give a shout out to him. Flying the banner high for Trinity River Racing. I'm not just going to shout him out because he's my friend and he drives for my team or something, but he has been on a roll lately. He ran very, very well at Martinsville before circumstances happened that knocked him out of contention late. He is running in the top 15 once again there in that combos number 82. Kukulon has not won in the Cabela's Cup Series before, but he's looked like he's been inching closer and closer and closer.
Sorry to cut you off, but somebody just blew up. I saw somebody blow up. Oh, it's the 09. Oh, Rick.
Where is Declan Wellington? Oh, whoa, right there. You called it, Fitzy. Declan Wellington Turner, the pole sitter, is now out of this race. And officially it's going to go in the books as a camshaft failure on Declan Wellington Turner. That is just sad. You hate to see it.
Yes, you really hate to see it. I mean, I saw somebody down pit lane with an engine failure, and I didn't know who it was, and then I looked see far, and I knew it was the 09.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, because I absolutely had no idea that was going on. As this is for third place on track, Kane and Bill are going to get around the 14 of Darren Arnsdorf. The defending champion coming to life here on lap number 24, looking for his second win of the season, one at Willow Springs. But other than that, it's been a dismal season, as we've said. But he's looking to recover and turn that around here. Running in a podium position right now, having a fantastic race here. Started up towards the front, obviously, but that should not subtract from the fact that he has been able to stay up there.
See, the 4 is trying to battle the 55, I believe, for 9th.
Yes, indeed. Eric Monaco, as we've mentioned, in position to move out of here with the points lead right now, unless Sophia... Well, where did Sophia Fragniti go? Right there in the... 31st. Yeah, Monaco's still likely to come out of here with the points lead if things stayed the way they are. They're not guaranteed to stay the way they are, but Monaco is having a fairly solid night for that Dracoan Racing Enterprises team.
If I was Ryan Durrani right now in the 34, he better run, because, there's a certain somebody in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah, he drives for you. Oh, after that Martinsville demo derby he tried putting on last week, yeah, I would be worried too. I am worried right now just watching this. Just don't do anything stupid. Roy Ribbleton he dumped Nathan Stapleton with 20 laps to go. He then proceeded to dump Brad Crawford, which inadvertently set up an overtime restart that ruined his teammate's race. Mitchell Collins would have likely won that race. He was gone. But then Ribbleton dumped Brad Crawford, and his teammate had to come down for pit service. Wasn't able to make it to the end, and Benny Watson ended up capitalizing as even Eric Monaco fell apart in the final stretch. In the final corner, Eric Monaco looked like he was set for certain victory, but something happened to that car and he slipped back to 7th as a result, as meanwhile Trey Wright is just gone right now. 1.79 seconds ahead of Brad Stover as he and Kanan Biller have been duking it out for second. Trey Wright has just it's just gone. I don't even know how to say it, but he's just gone. In the lead right now, the battle is for fourth right now with Darian Arnsdorf and Benny Watson. Benny Watson having another solid night in that 53. Carrying the banner high for Velocistar, who has had a less than stellar season overall as a team. But Benny Watson has always been able to perform well when he needs to, and that's exactly what he's doing once again here at Richmond, getting by for that fourth position from Darian Arnsdorf.
Meanwhile, he's trying to battle for fourth. The 95 has cut to 48 for second. So, yeah, I was going to say about Trey Wright, he is leading so far. It doesn't mean he's the dominant car right now, but doesn't mean he's going to, I hope he doesn't pull a Josh King moment, but yeah. Much that.
And for those that don't know, what happened last season, Josh King here at Richmond led 55 laps, I think it was. Whatever it was, he led the most laps coming out of the pit cycle that happened around lap 40. It looked like he was set for certain victory, had a almost 3 second lead actually, but he had something break on that car, then got plowed in the back, and he fell out of the race basically as a result of whatever failure that was on his car. Trey Wright, I don't know if that's going to happen to him. I just don't think that's going to happen to him. I'd hope it doesn't happen to him. This guy's had enough bad luck in his career already in the Cabela's Cup Series, but now with a 2.59 second lead over Brad Stover and Kanan Biller, who continue to go at it. The battling is going on all throughout the field. Kukulon's going to slide up. Monaco's going to get down to the inside, and that is for 13th on track right now. Monaco looks like he's going to take it, and we'll take a look at where the 38 is on track right now, 30th. So I believe the points gap coming into this race, let's see. It was 14 between the 38 and the 55, and 17 between the 55 and the 83. And Samet Ozgen is 40th on track right now. Second to last car on track, with Declan Wellington-Turner being the only one out of the race as a result of that camshaft failure. But going to be the last car on track now as RJ Racero gets on by. And of course, Trey Wright's going to catch them. So the later we've gone on in this run, of course, tires wearing off and everything, he's going to catch these guys. Do you think that might open up the window for Stover and Biller and everyone else to close back in?
I was going to say, here comes yours truly Slack Car PTSD moment, and to answer your question, definitely. If Trey Wright catches the 83 at the wrong spot at the wrong time, Brad Stover and the 95 still will have a shot. So, I mean, I want to count it out, but it's definitely a possibility.
And of course, we have not seen a pit cycle yet in this race, which is probably, again, around... And caution's out. And a big crash. Turn 2. Charlie Davenport. Rockingham winner with severe damage on that 19. He may have gotten together with Andrew Miller. Huge damage on the 35.
That's a yikes moment there.
Oh. And now it is time for pit stops, and Trey Wright, he did not want to see this caution. You know that for sure. He had a 3.02 second lead, or 07 rather, and that lead gone. So he's going to have to start from scratch.
Ooh, that was almost contact between Stover and Trey Wright.
Yeah, I know the pit road looks narrow here. It's actually not as narrow as it seems. It can just be It can just be something that throws you off a little bit. But working the first caution of the race here at Richmond, we'll see who comes off of the pit road first. I would be surprised if it wasn't Trey Wright. It's not gonna be Trey Wright. It's Darian Arnsdorf. What in the world happened to Trey? Where is Trey? He's still in the stall. What? What happened?
Oh,
Terrible stop on the 90.
same with the 48.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
And he dominated this race. That could... Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that. That may have just ruined his chance to get his first career win.
Yeah, Trey Wright, if you're... Whenever this goes up, if you're watching, please don't watch.
Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for him. I really do. All the bad luck he's had in this series, and especially this season, to go from dominating the first half of this race, just completely untouched for the most part. But now, he is back in 32nd place.
Ouch.
Oh. But we're still pacing here under the caution at Richmond. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. So here we are coming down the front straightaway, headed for turn 1. Miller behind Davenport, going to get into his backside there, turn him down to the inside. Davenport doing a wicked job trying to save it there, looks like. But I think he's going to slide up here, and he's going to go back up into Miller, and they get hooked into the outside wall. Very, very hard here. Terrible hit to that outside. The 19, all 4 tires up off the ground. Miller, heavy damage there as well, and that's definitely going to take Davenport out of this race for sure.
Charlie Davenport, mind his own business. Andrew Miller, he just turned him, and then... But that was all, nope. Straight head on in the fence. You hate to see it for Davenport.
And he's coming into this race with a win already this season at Rockingham. Looked to further turn around what had been a fairly mediocre season to this point for him. But, to no avail. And right now, I believe Darian Arnsdorf is going to end up leading this thing. Yeah, he's leading the race coming out of pit road, and he's going to lead the field to the green flag here momentarily at Richmond. So, without further ado, track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here at Richmond. Potentially trouble for the 8 of Joey Hightower under this caution. He is on the apron and slow as we are trying to get the lap cars to go to the back. Andrew Miller's one there. He's getting slowed up and letting everyone else go by. I don't believe Chris Reynolds has a problem. But Joey Hightower still on that apron. He's going to be coming down on the pit road this time. Oh, Chris Reynolds still on the inside too, so we got a couple of cars with problems. They'll be hitting the pit road this time, but up front it'll be Darian Arnsdorf, Caden Biller, Ben Crouch, Brad Crawford, Benny Watson, the top 5 as the green flag back in the air. We're racing again here with the Capital One 400.
Man, top 10 got a pretty semi-decent restart, but as we can see here, Crawford's trying to take fire. Oh, Jesus.
Crawford tried to take third away from Ben Crouch. Not going to work. Crouch going to stretch away, and he's on that outside. So you know Watson's going to get on by him too. And even further behind, Kukalon on the outside of Josiah Robinson, who's tucked in behind his teammate Jacob Thibodeau. And the man who almost swept Daytona Speed Week's Keegan Thompson, the 46, working his way up there into the top 10 potentially here. Now have Eric Monaco on the inside, and Kukalon, while all that was going on, was able to stretch away on that outside. He's back down low in that 82. In 10th position on track right now. Hightower's back out on the track, so it doesn't look like it was anything truly fatal that was going to keep him out of the race. I was worried it was going to be something that could completely knock him out of the race. Looks like it's the same for Chris Reynolds. He is back out on the track as well, just ahead of these guys.
Boy, Hightower almost cost another Cabela Page moment there. Oh my goodness, I almost was out of my seat seeing that almost happen.
Yeah, no kidding. The merging coming off of pit road here is difficult. We've seen that repeatedly over the years in NR on Richmond. It just goes to show it again, no matter what version of Richmond we're running. But meanwhile, for third, Brad Crawford's going to take a look on the Season 1 champion, Ben Crouch. Crouch slides up. They're side by side through turn 1 and 2 as Darren Ornsdorf trying to get away from Kanan Biller, who is in second place. The battle for third on track. Brad Crawford's going to take the position.
Or maybe, not quite.
He's got it.
Yeah, now.
And Crouch is going to be able to pull back in line and not lose any more ground. He might go back after the 07. But now with 26 laps to go this time, as Arnsdorf's lead is staying fairly stable around 0.7 seconds ahead of Kanan Biller. Biller trying everything he can to reel him back in. Could he be able to?
Maybe maybe the battle for second is heating up now.
Yeah, Biller got a terrible turn 3 and 4 there. That's going to allow Brad Crawford to get down there and have a shot. Biller's going to stretch back ahead, though, and hold on to the second position. And it's only anyone's guess how much ground they lost there to the 14, who's starting to run away with this one. 1.08 second lead for Darren Arnsdorf. Boy, Trey Wright, if he wants to be the one doing that, but here he is back stuck in traffic in the 30th position on track.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't like this.
Boy, this is a little tight for comfort. Contact there between the 90 and the 78.
Yeesh.
Cool.
Of all things.
And just ahead of them, Sam and Oskin almost turned the 68 of Kip Silverpoint around. That is a battle for 27th on track right now, so it may not matter in the grand scheme of things for as far as the race is going, but how about the points? Sam and Oskin came in with the points lead, and as things stand right now, he's not coming out with it. It's going to go to Eric Monaco.
That is true. If he stays where he is, I mean, anything can happen the last 20-some laps.
Actually, never mind. I take it back. I just want to correct myself real quick. Sophia Fragniti is 15th on track right now, and actually is in range to take the points lead. But Eric Monaco would be a close second, though, as far as the points go.
Yes, we see here Biller actually closed the gap down just a bit on Darren Arnsdorf, so it's 7/10 second lane now. So this race for the lead might... Oh, it's going to get spicy now.
It's already getting spicy for third place there. Crouch going to go after Crawford. Biller is within half a second now of Darren Arnsdorf. This is going to get busy.
I was gonna say, boy, if I was typical, I would stop running so far wide off 1 and 2, because he did that and almost wrecked Benny Watson in the process a bit ago. So, yeah.
Kukulon, by the way, has gotten around Dan Park. Dan Park back to 10th. Kukulon up to the 9th position. So this could be a career day for Sebastian Kukulon. Actually, his career day was Homestead, but his best race since then here at Richmond is in the works right now if he can just hold on to a 9th place finish. Meanwhile, just ahead of these, this is something that Darren Arnsdorf is going to have to worry about. Andrew Miller, the 35. The aerodynamics are absolutely killed on that thing with that front end damage he sustained in that incident with Charlie Davenport. And this could be something that helps out Kanan Biller and everyone else as they're catching up to this 35, coming around for 15 laps to go this time. But does Arnsdorf have a big enough gap where he could actually use the 35 as a pick to stretch away even further? They're going to be side by side going off into turn number 1 and 2. Arnsdorf's going to make it look easy, but now Biller's got to get by very quick.
Yeah, he needs to get by quickly as possible, like now, if he wants to have a shot. But right now, he's not close enough to get to the lap car of Andrew Miller. Well, I might have spoke too soon. Oh, he's right there. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of time there.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time. While Crouch, well, we were seeing that. Crouch did get around Thibodeau for 4th spot.
And Crawford up to the 3rd position as well in that 07. He's going to get by the 35. The gap stayed somewhat the same between the 14 and the 95. That is interesting. So I guess they didn't have as much problems getting around the 35 as it initially seemed. I sounded like 35. I sounded like David Hobbs then. Excuse me. Within 0.83 seconds now of the lead, Kanan Biller trying to draw in close to the 14 of Darren Arnsdorf. Arnsdorf looking for his first career win. Came close so many times last season. Now owning a team and driving for it. Now the gap's down to 0.80 with 11 laps to go here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. I don't think they have any more lap traffic to worry about. I think Reynolds is fairly much up to speed. But will Biller be able to run down Darren Arnsdorf? He's been doing it little by little. I just don't know if he has enough time. What do you think, Fitzy?
He doesn't have enough time unless there's a yell comes out.
You know, I said that, and he just lost 26 100ths of a second. So, I honestly think this one may actually be set in stone, unless, like you said, a caution comes out and sets up potentially a green-white checkered restart. That could be interesting. And it would be interesting to see how it would work in terms of pit cycles as well, because they came down on lap number 43 right about halfway. Leads me to wonder whether or not somebody would have to come down to the pit road or not. I don't think they would have to, but it's definitely something to think about if this race did have a late restart once again. But right now it's a 1.94 second lead for Darren Arnsdorf. Kanan Biller, he's used up his stuff. I believe this is a Darren Arnsdorf runaway coming around for 6 laps to go, this time here at the Richmond Raceway. Biller closed in a little there from 1.94 to 1.86, but that gap is so big that I do not see Biller catching him at all. But it's still a fantastic points night for the Season 2 champion. He'd take a second, take whatever he can get, because 33rd in the standings, well, he's looking for a huge rebound now to get back into form to potentially go and battle for a second consecutive championship. But now, Darren Arnsdorf 4 laps away from his first career win. Just looks so calm behind the wheel right now. 3 laps to go. And the gap now 2.15 seconds over the 95 of Kanan Biller. Going around for 2 to go this time. Smoker on the track. Not going to impede the battle for the lead, but it's Roberto Crown Jr. in the 26. He'll pull onto the pit road. 2 laps to go here at Richmond. And coming around for the white flag this time, one more time around for the Capital One 400 for Darian Arnsdorf. A 2.05 second gap back to the defending champion, Kanan Biller. Down the back straightaway for the final time. What a dominant second half of the race. Dominated by Trey Wright in the first half, and the second half won and dominated by Darian Arnsdorf. He wins the Capital One 400 under the lights at the Richmond Raceway.
Well, if you thought Trey Wright was going to win, I was expecting Darian Arnsdorf to win, but good for him. He deserved that one, pretty much. Poor Trey Wright. I had the dominant car, and then that happened, so I hate to see it.
He'll come out of here with a 31st place finish, which is just unfortunate for what was a fantastic race for Trey Wright. But Darian Arnsdorf, how about that? I don't know if he gets the lead lap bonus or not, or leading the most laps, but goodness gracious, what a race he had. Take a look at your finishing results there. Arnsdorf wins ahead of Biller, Crawford, Thibodeau, Watson, Robinson, Monaco, Kukulon, Crouch, and Vargas. That is the top 10, and scrolling through the rest of your standings, only 3 cars unable to finish this race. Both of the uncharted cars unable to finish. Roberto Crown Jr. having a gearbox failure late, Declan Wellington Turner falling out of the race with a camshaft failure, and Davenport, after that violent-looking wreck earlier with Andrew Miller. Of course, 4 cars finishing a lap down. Stephen Colon, Chris Reynolds, Andrew Miller, and Joey Hightower. Miller and Hightower actually finishing 2 laps down in this race. So, Fitzy, what do you make of that one, man?
Oh, it's the more cleanest race I've seen, period. Well, the Davenport wreck, you hate to see it. Trey Roy had the dominant car early, and the caution came out, and then his pit crew decided to do the Stuart Foss racing, And good for Darian Arnsdorf winning his first race at a short track. You'd love to see it.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Darian Arnsdorf. He's a likable guy. It's good to see him win his first career race. Another guy that's likable. I'm gonna keep bagging on him. Just give me a break. He's my driver. Sebastian Kukulon, 8th here at Richmond. Excellent run for that 82 coming out of here. But a longtime friend, drives for my team. I know, just cut me some slack. He's turning stuff around over there, and I could see that first career win coming sooner rather than later. We're headed to Talladega next week. That's going to be a fun one for sure. The short track swing for right now is over, but it's not over for the entirety of the season, just for right now. We have Talladega, and then I believe right after that we have Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to pull up the schedule real quick so I can make sure here. We got Richmond to Talladega, Kansas, Texas, Dover, and then we go into the All-Star Race weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Boy, we got some fun weekends of racing coming up here on the Trinity River Network and throughout the entire NOFSRL, of course. I hope y'all are as excited for it as much as I am. Thank you to Zachary Fitzwater for joining me up here in the booth. And as always, y'all have a good one.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.